Hi everyone, and welcome to Big Ideas Growing Minds. We're so happy you're here. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support means the world to us. Today's big idea comes from John Gottman and Nan Silver and their best-selling book, 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. For more than 16 years, Gottman and his team observed and recorded how couples interacted. They interviewed them, took physiological readings of their physical and emotional states, and followed them as they went through different phases of their marriages. Based on this data, Gottman developed an impressive ability to predict with 91% accuracy if a couple would divorce or stay together, sometimes after as little as 5 minutes of observing a couple interact. 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work is in its essence a guide and workbook for assessing the state of marriages and for saving those that are at risk of failing. Our Bouillon Cube summary of the book is divided into 2 parts. This is part 1, where we will focus on indicators of a troubled relationship, whereas part 2 will walk you through the 7 principles for making marriage work. The first step toward improving or enhancing a marriage is to review and understand the indicators of a troubled marriage. Indicator number 1. Harsh startup. All research shows that if a couple starts a discussion on a harsh tone, for example by using criticism or sarcasm, it will inevitably end on a negative note as well, even if there has been many attempts to be nice or soften the discussion along the way. 96% of the time you can predict the outcome of a conversation based on the first 3 minutes of the interaction. A harsh startup simply dooms you to failure. Number 2. The Four Horsemen. Certain kinds of negativity are so lethal to a relationship that Gottman labels them the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. They are as follows. 1. Criticism. If marriage partners often criticize each other for who they are, as opposed to complain about something the partner did, the alarm bells should start sounding. 2. Contempt. Showing contempt for a partner by, for example, eye-rolling, mocking, or using disrespectful words or body language is also a warning sign. 3. Defensiveness. Displaying defensive behavior during discussions without taking any responsibility for the conflict or being open to change is basically another way of saying, the problem isn't me, it's you. 4. Stonewalling, i.e. completely ignoring a partner, even when screamed at, is the 4th horseman. Some typical stonewall responses are stony silence, changing the subject, or simply leaving. Indicators 3 and 4. Flooding and body language. Flooding means that your spouse's negativity is so sudden or overwhelming that it leaves you shell-shocked and unable to react, respond, or solve problems. The body goes into overdrive, the heart starts pounding, adrenaline shoots through the body, and reflexive responses kick in. Once this has happened, any chance of resolving the issue is far gone. Frequent experiences of flooding is a clear predictor that divorce is probable if nothing is done to improve the marriage. Number 5. Failed repair attempts. When one party tries to reach out during an argument, but the partner is too far gone to accept the olive branch, they are experiencing failed repair attempts. If this happens more often than not, it is a clear indicator of difficulties in the relationship. Number 6. Bad memories. Couples that are close to divorce often have a hard time recalling positive memories and even rewriting the past in a negative manner. Even joyful events like their first date or wedding day. As bleak as this all sounds, John Gottman is convinced that many marriages can be saved by strengthening the friendship that is at the heart of every marriage. And the key to doing this? The 7 Principles of Making Marriage Work, which we will review in part 2. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give it a like. Take care and see you soon.